Answers for 2, answers for 4, answers for 10. Okay, there we go. Number 42, final answer, y equals 3. Number 54, you were given a message. You were given an encoder matrix. And you were supposed to encode the message, or code the message, I should say. So, iceberg dead ahead. You should have split them up into groups of 3 because you were encoding with a 3 by 3. Now guys, hold on. Why is it silly for them to show all this work? Yeah, can't you just put in one nice, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't you just do a 6 by 3 and multiply it by the 3 by 3 one time?
Yeah.
Why did they show it this way? They were doing it by hand. They were doing it by hand. But you could have just done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 3 and multiplied. Final cryptogram. 13, 9, 10, negative 1, negative 33, negative 77, 3, negative 2, negative 14, 4, 1, negative 9, negative 5, negative 25, negative 47, 4, 1, negative 9. You guys got it?
Oh, because it's that one times the key one, you get the code.
Oh, I
The coded one.
So you take the, remember, you use the little alphabet.
Results
Yeah,
are
will
gonna-
we be able to plug that in our calculator? That
Yeah, so
all the results you should get like in one.
hey guys, Issa, Brandon, shh. I've gotten the same question a few times now, which means people aren't listening, so hold on. They showed this work because they were showing you how to do it by hand, taking each 3 letters, each pair of 3 letters, and encode them using the encoder matrix. So they were multiplying by hand to get those. Now, I already said you can use your calculator on this. So instead of doing it separately, I said take these and make what order of a matrix out of it? Good. 6 rows, 3 columns, and do 1 multiplication, and what are you going to get? A 6 by 3 with 3, and then 3 more, and then 3 more, and then 3 more, and then 3 more, and then 3 more. Okay? You only have to do the multiplication once.
He used a 1 by, like, he used 1 by 3 because you had a 3 by 3 key?
Yeah.
Okay.
Split up by 3s because of the 3 by 3 key. Okay. Number 64. They gave you weird hints. Did you guys figure out the message with cancel orders soon? No?
Not gonna lie, no.
would you get?
What'd they give us? Why was it weird? Now you guys had some odds last night in homework too that you were able to. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Okay. You had some odds in homework, and I think at least 1 or 2 of them was decode the message, right? This was the even one, though. And if we didn't get that, then we got a little confused. And they did give us, no, I just opened you. Okay, take 2. I know, lame sauce. Here, while you guys wait for me, do you want to write down test review homework? We're going to go back and check 8.4. Keep your homework spiral out. We're going to go check 8.4. If you want to write down the test review, that way it's not kind of, you know, a waste of time. I need to freeze the screen. Don't you guys remember there were some short problems too? No? Fill in the missing entries of the equal matrices. Come on. That was easy. No, test review. Don't write any directions or problems. You can just show me the answers. That's okay. Calm, calm, calm. Keep breathing in and out. $64 was the cancel orders too, right? right, you guys ready to go look at the problem? Let's see what's going on and why you guys didn't like it. I need to unfreeze. Here we go. 64. The following cryptogram was encoded with a 2x2 matrix. And they give you a list of numbers. The last word of the message is Sue. They gave you the very end of the message only. Does anybody know why it's historically relevant to talk about a certain code where they were able to figure out one word of the code?
Oh,
The Enigma code.
because like Germany had like one word each time. It was like,
That it always started the message with.
yeah.
And so they were able to figure out what that one word was and from it break the entire Enigma code. Anyway, pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. But coming on back. So this one, okay, yeah, it's kind of, they knew they were talking to Sue. I don't know, okay. We're not saying this is historically relevant. But what we are saying is you knew something. You knew that this last 1, 2, 3, and 4 had to come from Sue. Now, first of all, if you know it's a 2x2, the encoder is a 2x2, what are we going to do with all of our little pieces?
1 by 2.
Split them up into little 1x2s. Split them up into 2s. Put little brackets around them. Split them up into 2s. Okay, we've gone all the way down. Then our last matrix, negative 19, negative 19, should have mapped to 0 and then S. Hey, in your alphabet-y thing, what's S? Is that 25? No, it's not right. 19. Space is 0. S is 19. U is what? 21. And E is 5. I know that one. So what's going on in the answer key? They said, we know that Sue is supposed to be 0, 19, 21, and 5. This guy, who's been all coded up, needs to multiply by the inverse in order to get Sue, in order to get this one. So they went ahead and said, all right, fine. We can take the inverse of this matrix, which is the one that maps to Sue. We can take the inverse using our calculator, A inverse. We can multiply. If you multiply by the inverse of this side, that one cancels out and you get your matrix. If you multiply the inverse of this one, we'll solve. So they used a little bit of math to help them finish it. So they said if I multiply, I don't like their notation. That should have been an inverse. Because the inverse decodes. So they say, okay, this matrix, let's call him B. This matrix times the inverse will get back to the original. So they said we need to get rid of B to get to who the inverse is, to who the decoder is. So they said let's multiply by B inverse on one side. If we do it to the left, we do it to the left over here. So we multiplied by B inverse on this side. So they plugged that into their calculator. They did B inverse times that matrix, and they were able to get this final one right here. And they said, sweet, that's our decoder. So then they took that entire list of, remember, grouping all the encoded message by 2s, multiplying that by the inverse that we found, gets us letters that will map together, or I should say numbers that will map together to their letters. Put them all together, cancel orders. Cancel orders soon. Now guys, there's not going to be anything this hard on the test tomorrow. There's not going to be anything this hard on the test tomorrow. However, let me show you something that might be. Ready? I want you guys to go ahead and write down the following message. Okay, so you guys need to get this one in your calculator first of all, right? I need to get my message in so I can get it to you coded. Who has their alphabet-y thing close? Oh. Okay. There we go. Alright, find the message. Oh, sorry. I missed it. Thank you. Hope I spelled it right. If you have it, don't go telling people around because that'll ruin the fun. How do you decode if I give you the encoder matrix?
I like chemistry.
Yeah? Who's found it? Ah, only two? Don't tell anybody, just tell them how to do it. It's no fun if you tell them what it is.
You see? You have a 3 by 3. So you need something by 3. So you make this a 5 by 3. But you can't. This is 5 by 3, 3 by 3. 3 is gonna go together. 5 by 3.
I'll tell them the message, let them find it themselves, but tell them how to get there. Check on your groups if you haven't yet.
Those two need to go together.
Check on your groups, see how they're doing.
Have a 3 plus 5. Times a 5 by 3. Yeah, I put 95 16, 126, 24, 26, 7, 14. Yeah, just go in order.
Who's found it now? Come on, guys, get there.
You can do it, Kristen. They're still in. Then quit. Now go to the matrices they have. The key one times the little one, the second one, actually, times the inverse. 8 times inverse B. No. 8
I think I got
times B.
I got it.
Did you get it?
Oh,
Are you
You can
deciphering
do it.
it?
I got it. Hold on. I won't say it.
No one say it out loud. You guys grouped in by 3, so for sure, right?
I was sorry. B times A inverse.
Oh, that's fine.
But then use that and make a sentence. You can do it, Kristen. You can do it, Kristen.
Oh,
I know you can.
So what was your matrix B? What order was it? Yeah, because you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 3. So you have your matrix B, which is a 5 by 3. What'd you multiply it by to decode? A, but you had to put A in, but didn't you use the little reciprocal button?
Yes.
And when you got the reciprocal button, didn't they look like the nice, neat little numbers where you can map them to the alphabet? And when you decoded it, what did you get?
Hey.
Oh, the close up.
You can do it.
Can you please go now?
Huh?
Can you please go now?
Why?
Because I'm so interested to see this.
What is it? Zoom,
I've
zoom,
been
zoom.
waiting.
What is it? What is
I
it?
will not get lost.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Something with Stacy. Something's moving. Oh, that could be. That could be. All right. Does anybody have any questions about what to do? Did you guys find the inverse C button on your calculator? It's the -1 button.
I got like a weird. Did you really just do it weird?
Oh, you didn't do the inverse. Oh, no, you did.
And then this is the 5, yeah. No, because it's red. You said it's a red pen. Yeah. Oh!
Oh, you put 6 instead of 16.
What is your?
Double check you put them in right, Jesse, because they can get really funny. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and check section 8.4 real fast, and then you guys can have a work day on test review. Sound good? Tomorrow there will be a calculator and non-calculator portion, so make sure you have your calculator, but be ready for a non-calculator little part.
Wait, how much is it, like 50-50 calculator? And
No, usually non-calculator is a little bit less, because it takes longer, so I have fewer problems. Oh my goodness, you guys are nerds. Here we go. 8.4. Oh no! Struggle. ¿Dónde está 8.4? Alright, go ahead and start working on your review. If you don't have a book, go to your locker and get one, or else borrow one from up here. We'll check 8.4 as soon as... Here we go. Color pens real fast. This one should be easy, right? Main minus opposite?
opposite.
Number, exactly. Number 6, -10. Number 6, -10. Number 16, 34. You can still see all the answers. Number 44, A, 64, and B, 64. Whichever way you do it. They told you to do it by like a row and a column. The answer should be 64. You guys got it? Number 56, final answer, -66. Why did they tell you row 1? It was a great idea. There were 2 zeros. There were 2 zeros. -66. Number 62, final answer was super hard. Just kidding. Negative 100. Please tell me you guys chose the first column or the last row. Because if you did something else, that would have been such a painful problem. Right? Yeah, when there's lots of zeros, you just kind of like break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down. Got it. Negative 100. Last but not least, number 86. This was the nice like main minus opposite. It's a little baby quadratic. Answers negative 1 and 3. Is anybody still grading? Going once? Going twice? Sold. All right, cool kids. Let's go.